Alrighty then. Good morning, everyone, and welcome. Oh no, you're not. You're not Marcus. You're Marcus. There you go. Ah, yeah, because I didn't change your thing. Good morning, everyone, and welcome. My name's Michael. I am the Dead Aussie Gamer, and welcome to Pathfinder. Where are we at? Pathfinder First Edition, Second Edition. No, we're playing Second Edition. I remember things. Welcome. Third edition, fourth edition, who knows? We're playing Pathfinder Second Edition, and my name is Michael. I'm the Dead Aussie Gamer, and this is Curse of the Crimson Throne. I know my intro by now. You know, you'd think I've been at it for so long. You know, this nominee for best legacy Twitch channel. Legacy just means that I'm so old that my memory's going now. I'm just like, what am I doing? Where am I? Who am I? What are these things? But yes, welcome in, everyone. So good to see you all. Joining me today are my wonderful Patreons who take on the role of my players, though as you can probably see, we do have a few of my players who are missing for today's game. They are enjoying a well-needed rest, and as you guys know, we are a very big supporter of mental wellness and gaming. So, hey, if you need some time to rest, then yeah, chill out, relax, unwind, have some wine. It'll slow your reflexes. But yes. Now, what are we doing today? We are going to be continuing our adventures of Curse of the Crimson Throne, but before we kick off, let's start by giving a quick shout out and thank you to the people who have brought us here. First of all, we would like to thank our sponsors for, of course, supporting our channel and allowing us to do all the cool, wonderful, fun, and amazing things that we do. First of all, Hero Forge for the wonderful art you can see on stream of my lovely players and the characters that they are using, which is made in this amazing bit of 3D software that allows you not only to embody and create these cool characters, but also have them 3D printed for your use at home as well. These little dudes are very robust, well packaged, and look absolutely stunning when they get through. So yeah, go check those out. What the hell did I... Nope, I'm just losing my mind. That's fine. Next up, we have Sirenscape for the wonderful sound effects you will hear over the course of the game. Now, Curse of the Crimson Throne is one of the ones completely supported by Sirenscape, with a number of sound effects that are catered specifically to the adventure, including dialogue, including specific monsters and stuff, and every single sound effect makes it so that the whole game itself becomes so immersed in the adventure. Eerie noises and music for an investigation of what may or may not be going on and transpiring can really make the difference in setting the tone of what my players experience. And it is available not only via online, but also available for people who wish to use it on mobile for your games at home. So yeah, check it out. And then lastly, we have, of course, Fantasy Grounds for our VTT of choice. All of the stuff that you see here comes courtesy of our chosen virtual tabletop, which has just a huge, massive library of content and things for you guys to enjoy as you are playing your games. I choose Fantasy Grounds over the other VTTs because it allows me a lot of mobility as a GM, and it references so many of the materials I need to run my games, so less time spent looking at rulebooks and more time spent in the middle of roleplay. Although at this rate, it's more time spent on frickin' ads. All right. Next up, guys. As you know, the Crit Awards are coming to a close. Today is the final day of the Crit Awards. So if you haven't had a chance to, please, please, please follow the form. Go and nominate your friend Dag for Best Legacy Twitch Channel of 2024. It would mean a lot to me to have your support in the upcoming award ceremony, as well as the support of our dear friends Careful Cantrip and Robert Hartley GM, who are also up for their own awards. Careful Cantrip up for Best NPC, and Robert Hartley up for Best Dungeon Master, which is a noteworthy and important title, to say the least. So yeah, go check this out. Now, before we kick off, guys, let me introduce to you my players and the crazy characters that they're going to be playing. Starting, firstly, with none other than Padrig, the gunslinging spellcaster, played by our dear friend Twiff.
Hello, yes, I am Twiff. I am playing Padrig. He is a spell shot gunslinger. Padrig is the third son of a minor noble house from Corvosa. And as expected of the third son, he went to school. He was going to become a wizard, but then he got framed for murder by Gadrin Lamb, got kicked out of school, got disinherited from his family. It was a whole thing, got revenge. Gadrin, I think we killed him twice. Met up with these fine people, have been helping out the city of Corvosa since, and we remain on our quest to find out information from the Shawanti about the evil dragon who seems to be possessing the queen, who is currently in charge and ruining the city. Silence, wizard.
I was going to say, very well done. Very succinct, very amazing. I love it. Then, of course, we have taking on the role of Agnes, the psychic spellcaster. We have our friend Laura Bones.
Hello, good evening. I play Agnes, who is a psychic by class. And yeah, Corvosa is pretty much her home now, even though she wasn't born there. And she is just really desperate to put an end to all of this to keep the city safe for her daughter, who she has left back in that torment.
Absolutely, because sometimes all the motivation you need is just, somebody needs to be stopped so my family can be safe. And you know what? That's it. That's the whole thing. It's great. I love it. Also, some days you need to, be able to go on a date with a guy that might still be waiting. Who knows? We don't know these things.
This is also true.
Mm-hmm. We'll find out.
I come back a hero.
That's it. And then you like sort of pick him up, like, scoop him up, like, fire, like, just, and then it's like, this love lifts us up. It just gets playing in the background as you like kick the door and everyone just starts clapping. It's like, you go. Brilliant. I love it.
Let's make it so.
And then last but certainly not least, we have, of course, our wonderful and amazing Alexander, who is a Hell Knight from the Order of the Gate, being played by our friend Marcus the GM.
Yes, hello. Good morning, Dag. How are you?
I'm well this morning. How are you?
I am in a very good mood today.
Are you? Oh, that's good. I'm glad.
Yes.
I'm glad.
Super
I'm really
hyped for today.
Really glad. Tell us a little bit about Alexander for today.
Of course. All right. Yep. I'm Marcus. I am playing Alexander, the Hell Knight from the Order of the Gate. His main class is Wizard. He is a Corvosa native, with being the younger brother to Cressida Croft, the captain of the guard, or I guess former captain at this point. And he was on his way back home before he was swallowed by a worm, rescued by Agnes and Dante. And after last session, we had a very close heart-to-heart chat with the party. And Alexander has told the party that he will gladly help them with liberating the city, since now he thinks that being here is somehow done by the oracles.
There you go. All right. And the oracles, of course, are the people who guide the Hell Knights to pursuing whichever lead or whatever cause they believe they need to be following at the present time. So yes, thank you. Now, obviously, you can see that there are a few people who are not appearing today. We have, of course, Holly, our Asmodean cleric, who is played by Malakisa, Quinn, our investigator, played by Aya Janasi, and Dante, played by our friend Rykon, who is our Kitsune druid. Unfortunately, yes, we do not have those players for today, but we do wish them all the best. But I do want to give them an honorable mention because, they are part of our table as much as anyone. All right. Before we kick off, we have one last person to thank, and that is, of course, our lovely audience. Guys, thank you so much for being here and being a part of the show. It is honestly truly amazing to have you guys just be here supporting me, supporting all the cool stuff that we do, and having a bit of fun with us as well. So now, as we go through, there are a number of ways for you guys to interact with the show as we're playing, and to get a little bit of fun in on your end. So first of all, just by watching the show, you guys earn channel points that can be used to be redeemed at any point in time for things like inspiration, insight bonuses, divine intervention, divine healing, a bunch of cool stuff there. And yeah, those of you who are subscribed, you will earn those points faster. For those of you who have a little bit of disposable income and want to help your good friend Dag out, then there are a number of more tangible rewards that are here. A big shout out right now for our big donator, Schoolie, who has come in with a $100 donation. Thank you, my friend. Truly, truly, truly appreciated, you lovely human. But let me tell you what these are for. So first of all, for $5, we have these red marks and these purple marks, which are hero points and jinx points. Hero points can be used to petition the DM for stuff that isn't in the rules, roll with advantage, or defend yourself against a killing blow. The purple marks can be used by bad guys to roll with advantage, to counteract hero points, or to have the matters that the group is dealing with slightly complicated. A little slightly complicated. For $10, I have 2 decks of cards in front of me. One is a deck of heroic actions, of which, Marcus, you acquire one for Alexander. So pick a number between 1 to 5.
Because there's 3 of us, 3.
1, 2, 3. All right, your card is called Stay in the Fight. Play at the start of a turn that you or an ally are incapacitated. Remove the incapacitation condition. That's it. There you go. Now this is a special free use power. So basically, doesn't cost an action, doesn't cost any resources other than the card itself, and can also function as a hero point as well. So Marcus, you now have that for Alexander. We also, if you wish to, for $10, offer a plot twist, which is a list of these random prompt cards that have plot twists and flashbacks that we use for these sessions that we're in. Schoolie has picked plot twists number 1 and 3, I believe. Let me check here. Pardon me, excuse me, coming through, yada yada yada. Here we go. Yes, the first and the third plot twist. So, first plot twist is erratic behavior. Interesting. Erratic behavior. The second plot twist was switch sides, which we're not going to use. And our third plot twist was hilarious memory. Hilarious memory. Interesting. Got no idea what I'm going to do with that, but, we'll figure it out.
Switch sides. Oh no, Alexander fireballed the party.
Oh no. All right, so yes, we have 2 plot twists that are currently in effect, which we are embarking and going on. So there's that. Then for $20, you can give someone the coveted golden natural 20, of which Schoolie has also provided a natural 20 to the game master. So thank you for that as well. Sometimes you just need a natural 20 to make things work, and hell, that's what you get. So Living Dangerously, our group currently has no nat 20s for my players that are here, but I have 2 in the bank, which are going to be... it's going to be a thing. There you go. All right. Then, of course, we have our $50 donation, which comes with either a boss buff that'll increase the difficulty of a challenge the group is facing, making an encounter more difficult and deadly. This could be the monster getting tougher. This could be the environment becoming more dangerous. Or, hey, it could just be upping the ante. Like, there's all of a sudden, it's like you find your childhood sweetheart suddenly in the middle of all of the chaos and, oh no. So, yes, upping the ante, making things more dangerous. That is where our boss buff lies. Or alternatively, if you feel like being on the player side, you can provide them a magic item of your choosing. This can either be a homebrew item you design, a set item that I design, or a wish list item that my players have for themselves to use as well. Which, of course, Marcus, you have been awarded from Schoolie another piece of your set items this month. So yay!
Yep, that makes 3 unclaimed now.
Indeed. because unfortunately you're in the desert. Makes it very hard
Yep.
to give you stuff.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely no.
We'll get there.
It would be suspicious if we just came across a chest under the sand.
Now you can always get bit by a wandering thunder lizard.
Oh yeah, that's
That
true.
too.
That's true. I do like me thunder lizards. All right. And then last but certainly not least, we have our $100 secret menu item. The $100 secret menu item is, of course, a big, massive influence to the game. It is usually a quest or notable NPCs or just something that something big affects the game. For the $100 secret menu item, I am going to entitle this simply as The Revenge of Cindermore. Cindermore is going to return, track down our players, and try to chomp them. So that is what is going to happen. So yes, for the $100 secret menu item, we are going into round 2 with Cindermore, with Padrig, Agnes, and Alexander needing to defeat Cindermore as a full-blown encounter, and not simply as a plot thing. Hooray!
Oh boy.
So you've decided to kill us all, is what you're saying.
A little bit. I also, I don't know if you noticed this, but also I have a very special reward today because it's the last day of the month. And that is, of course, a monster chases Alexander.
Oh god damn it.
And we got it. Thanks, Schoolie Eye. So now we're gonna have a monster chase. We're gonna have a monster chase Alexander. Why? Because I can. Because I woke up and that's what I chose to do. You excited?
Not anymore.
Amazing.
See, I liked it when it was Neil being chased. Now that I'm on the receiving end, it's not so fun.
Oh, fair. All right. Well, I mean, I was just gonna put it there for the last day, but you know what? I may as well start my next month stuff. I wasn't going to, but there it is. All right. Well, Marcus, good luck. Have fun. Don't die. Okay. So, after leaving the Shawanti clan of the Sun in order to go and find out more about the clan of the Moon, our heroes head into the desert. Traveling close by, unfortunately for our heroes, a sandstorm erupts all around them, separating them from Dante, Holly, and Quinn, as well as one of the other Shawanti trackers. Boom. There it is. As our heroes trudge through the sands as they begin to rise, they begin to look for shelter wherever they can. Remembering, of course, that each step brings them closer to their ultimate goal. To find and prove themselves to the Shawanti tribes, that they might learn more about Kazavron, the dragon, the enemy that apparently has its clutches in the Queen of Corvosa, causing her to act in quite a evil and maniacal sort of way. You hear the voice of the Shawanti tribesman that is with you, a man by the name of Shadfra. The rocks. We need to take shelter. Stay close.
All right. We'll follow you.
Eventually, you come to the shelter of what look to be several large boulders, and you place yourself like kind of against the rock and the wind, so that the wind is breaking upon the stone as it seems to shear on either side. As the wind begins to pick up, you watch as he covers his face and hair and other belongings, trying to keep the sand out of as much as possible. He encourages you to do the same.
I'll do so.
Yep.
Indeed.
All right. Now, As you do so, he says, "We need to wait this out. But there's no telling how long it'll be. The temple is not far." He seems to be struggling to shout over the sound of the wind. You have a few moments to catch your breath before you hear something. Something that seems to pierce the sound of the wind. No, not that. Sorry, one moment. Have it. No, give me my thing. Is that the one? Ah, yes, this is the one. Boom. No, that isn't the one. Dang it. Sorry. I had this idea. You know what? Screw it. Let's do it this way. I wasn't going to use this, but you know what? You know what? Just for you, Marcus. As you are hiding, the sound that breaks through are the sounds of footsteps heading in your direction.
They
What kind
sound-
of footsteps? Are they like humanoid or are they more monstery?
They definitely sound humanoid.
I'm going to assume by your tone, armored.
Very armored.
What are the chances that these are just a passing mercenary caravan?
I mean, maybe. As the footsteps begin to get closer, you suddenly start to feel that the wind is now carrying a heat. And then a fog. No, not a fog. A smell like campfire.
Campfire.
Ugh.
Traversing the sands nearby, you see a large female form heading in your direction. This figure looks like maybe an Ifrit or an Asimar, maybe. However, Alexander, you know this figure all too well.
Can you share the map with us, please, Doug?
Sure. Bear with me for a moment. There we go. Map has been shared. All right. Alexander,
Yes.
one of your character's ex-girlfriends, a fire
Ah,
giant.
fuck.
A fire giant named Brunhilda has been looking for you for quite a while, since before you had joined the Order. As she is stepping through the sand, her feet turning it to glass, this great, massive, 15-foot tall woman. Actually, 15? No, 20 foot tall. She's 20 foot tall. Yeah. starts to make her way towards you. She has not yet noticed your hiding spot, but it won't be long before she is upon you. What do you do?
Ah, shit.
So, do we all notice this fire giant, or just Alexander?
Well, Alexander notices from the smell of that campfire smoke, and from the sounds of the footsteps. By the way,
so we haven't.
Yeah, I'm hitting this with 3 bullets technically, for the something chases Marcus, erratic behavior, and hilarious memory. So there's still a hilarious memory to come, but yes, the erratic behavior is of course the jilted lover who is coming for Marcus.
I don't want to alarm you guys. However, that smell of brimstone and death that's approaching us,
Yes.
it's my ex. I don't know
Okay,
how the
somehow
fuck she
that
found
makes
me
this
here.
worse. Like, did you guys part on good terms, or is this, you cheated on her and ghosted her sort of scenario?
Okay,
Alexander!
first of all, I'm a very faithful man.
I met you 2 days ago. All right. Inside the giant,
Honestly.
you were inside a giant worm.
The amount of people that just seem to find us out here in the middle of the wilderness is astonishing.
It really
Uncanny.
is.
It does feel a bit strange now that she's shown up in this particular situation. Hopefully she's not too angry. I did kind of just slip away in the night.
She doesn't happen to work for the Red Mantis.
No.
No.
Okay.
But her father is, however, one of the kings of the fire giant kingdoms.
Yeah, Alexander does not mention that.
Okay. All right. Well, Brunhild is going to try and find you, so everyone can roll me a stealth check, please.
Okay. Oh, I was just gonna say Alexander will step out. Just
Oh
be
yeah,
like,
you can step out if you want.
yeah, he
I'm
does
gonna
that. He
roll a
goes,
stealth check.
"Hey, Brune.
All right.
Long time no see." Gives it like an awkward little wave.
As she sees you, her hair, which is this massive ball of flames, suddenly burns even brighter. Oh yeah, the two of you are well hidden. She might be able to see Agnes though. Yeah. Oh, actually, you know what? Nah, no, both of you. She knows the two of you there. As she looks at you, she says, "You sniveling coward! I swore that you would never escape me. That I would not let you leave after what you had done. You have taken me for a fool, and now I will take your head." She opens her mouth, and as she does, you realize she's about to breathe fire at you. Not the first time. You may make a reflex save if you would like to.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think I even have like any reaction abilities to.
Well, normally this is a ranged attack, but I'm giving you a reflex save.
Right. Okay.
But yeah, not like that. You're not. All right. Maybe she'll miss you.
Okay.
No.
Okay. What would I need to roll to dodge that?
What would you need to roll? You would need to roll a 15, 20.
I would need to.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, you would need to. Oh no, 27. No, 27 should be fine. What am I saying? Yeah, Ignore me. I don't know why in my head I thought it was much lower. You managed to duck behind the rock just as this, gout of fire flies out and explodes on the ground nearby where you are.
Oh, just like when we first met. Kind of
She draws forth a sword. Yep. Patrick?
Patrick's gonna look over to Alexander. Are we fighting your ex? What's going on here?
Look, maybe I can talk her down and calm her down.
Oh well, do you
All
explain?
right.
Do you explain what's going on?
To her, to them.
To them.
Yeah. So.
All right. Well, in which case, we now change scenery. We find ourselves at the hearth of a volcano. Far from this land, in a distant kingdom. The heat from the top of the volcano is choked and cloying. But Marcus, you are there with a small contingent of friends and well-wishers who have traveled with you far for this very, very special day. What is the name of your character's best friend?
Kyle Rayner.
Kyle Rayner. Kyle is with you as you are planted up in a lodge on the side of the mountain. Yo, Alex. You ready, buddy?
Gotta say I'm a bit nervous.
Nervous? What are you going to be nervous about? It's not like she might, I don't know, kill you on your wedding day. That's a joke.
I know, I just wish Cressida could have come.
Look, you sent the invite. If she doesn't come, then, well, that's her business. And look,
Yeah, but it would have made...
you got so much more to look forward to, By the time she does get to see you, you'll be a full-fledged Hell Knight. You'll have your life together, and you'll have a beautiful, smoking hot wife. Literally.
This is true.
He leans in forward and sort of does your tie up a bit. All right, there you go. Ah, man, who would have thought you would have been the first out of all the boys, right?
Honestly, I thought it would have been you.
No, I think Sarah would oppose that kind of thing, especially with everything going on right now. But hey, look, you got me here, and well, I mean, after all, the fire giants are never gonna leave an empty seat, so you'll do great, man. As you and Carl begin to make your way outside towards the reception area, you're approached by another fire giant who awaits you outside. Nope, not that one. Not that one. Oh, it's not going to give me the image of it? Yeah, okay, fine. Be that way. Oh, I know where it is. Hold on. Aha, there we go. All right. This handsome devil is awaiting for you outside. This is Olga, king of the fire giants. your soon-to-be father-in-law. You're much smaller in your suit than I recall.
The armor does add a lot of padding.
When my daughter said that she was going to marry a Hell Knight initiate, I was expecting a warrior. You're small for a warrior, even among your own kind.
A sad truth. But I make up for that with my mastery over my fire spells.
Mastery over fire. Yes. Brunhild has told me much. She says that you'll be a strong addition to the bloodline. Just know that if you embarrass me or my daughter, there will be nowhere that you will spare you my wrath.
Alexander just swallows real hard.
Blessings of the Fire King to you, Alexander. Carl then turns around and says, as soon as he walks away, Carl goes, "Ooh, that was intense. You sure you want to do this?" Alex, I'm kidding. Fucking Jesus.
Yeah, he's kind of just like frozen in fear right now.
Hey, look. Don't let the old man get to you. You know, it's part of the rub, you know? Like, you know, father of the bride, lays down the law. I mean, if she had a brother, he'd probably be coming around and doing the same thing. All of a sudden...
He probably would have beat the shit out of me by now.
There is no brother. But all of a sudden, a woman steps up carrying a giant hammer. This is Brunhilde's sister, Sigurd. You, puny Alex man. Ugh, shit.
Yeah, that's me, puny Alex man.
If you break my sister's heart, I'm going to break your legs.
See, that's the kind of threat I was expecting. Straightforward.
Yeah. No, that's definitely a threat.
Yeah, nope. Completely understood.
As Carl looks at the sister,
Alex kind of nudges him in the ribs, give him a look like, hey, maybe her.
and then suddenly you notice that Carl seems to be kind of lost in his own thoughts.
Yep.
I mean, you humans are small and weak. Yeah. I do not see what my sister finds interesting in you.
Hey, well, Kyle here can bench an Aurochs.
Just one? I mean, I'm sure I could do more, but yeah, she rolls her eyes and then she storms off. Kyle looks back and just kind of looks after her, and he kind of looks over to you. What's your expression at this point?
Oh, Alexander has a big shit-eating grin right now.
He goes, "Oh, fuck you, man." He punches you in the shoulder. As she As you go and prepare, you finish the final touches before making your way towards the large, like sort of long house where the ceremony is supposed to be. As you arrive, there is kind of like this mood in the air. The kingdom itself don't necessarily support the decisions of the princess to marry someone who is not a fire giant. Most of all because it is something that is truly accepted that without some very powerful rings of immunity, there is likely not going to be an heir to the Fire Kingdoms. However, the Fire King loves his daughter very much. And she has chosen Alexander of all people. As you prepare to go out, Carl does not seem to be with you. He stepped away to go and grab some things, but hasn't returned. You start to get worried. I mean, he's supposed to already be up by the altar, where a large priest, another fire giant, is awaiting. A little bit more time passes, and Carl does not seem to arrive. What do you do?
At this point, Alexander would start feeling like a tightness in his chest as his breathing starts to get a little heavier out of nervousness, and he'll slowly start pacing back and forth.
As you do so, you suddenly watch as entering the room is one of the messengers of the fire giants. Still a tall fire giant, but like like a 15, 16-year-old kind of like kid. They run up to the king and whisper something. What? Seize the humans. Suddenly you watch as several of the fire giants stand up and begin to search for you and Carl. What do you do?
Oh shit. Just immediately starts bolting towards the nearest exit that he knows of.
All right. You run towards the exit. As you do, Brunhilde, who seems to be protesting to her father, gets up and sees you. She calls your name as you're running.
He'd stop, have like a look of both fear and not really sadness, but almost regret, and just turns and keeps running.
All right. You keep running, and as you head out into the streets, you see there's just alarms being made everywhere. There's just chaos as people are searching. You never found out what happened to Carl that day. But the rumors, should they persist, were that he and Brunhilde's sister had eloped that night. It was always the intention that once Brunhilde married Alexander, that they would head down the mountains and start their own lives together, leaving Sigurd to be in charge of the kingdom's affairs. However, this sordid affair with a human jeopardized that, and with no remaining heirs, the kingdom was in peril. Also, being rejected at the altar is a height of dishonor. And in order to file for a quote-unquote divorce, Alexander has to be killed, according to their customs. Alexander will now automatically receive a +4 knowledge on any situation or thing involving fire giants and their culture.
Woo.
All right. Meanwhile, back at back where we happen to be. Our heroes have been informed of said flashback. Patrick and Agnes, you are looking at Alexander.
Just jaw
He-
open.
He is hanging his head in shame.
So that's the fire giant princess that you left at the altar because your best friend eloped with her sister. That's remarkable. And we're gonna die because of this, or do we have to kill your ex-fiance?
Look, I would prefer nobody died.
Me
I
too.
do.
I mean,
look,
I
look,
think
I
we
do
all
still
would.
have. Look, I do still have immense feelings for her, and I was a coward who ran. But I would
What?
rather her not die, or me. So I would like to. Hopefully, there's something I can remember that'll help us in this situation.
All right, just tell her what you just told us.
She seems enraged, and we're going to go into an initiative. I will provide you with the opportunity, but she needs to be at least 10 to 20% more calm than she is currently. Patrick, you have won initiative. And then
Great.
Agnes, you're up on deck.
Patrick's got some real conflicted feelings. I'm not going to make any overtly hostile moves.
Mm-hmm.
I am going to cast shield. Just in case.
Yeah, don't take this personally, Alex, but like, clink.
And maybe step, climb up on top of this rock, maybe, and kind of get out of any sort of cone effect that might afflict Alexander.
Sure. As you climb up on the rock, however, you do notice that it is still pelting down with sand from the sandstorm as well. It is difficult to see, and it is, like, again, just stinging you. It's not quite high enough to
Okay.
deal damage, but you're not far off. Your shield actually would, I'd say, protect you to some degree from it.
Okay, so if that's the case, maybe I'll, use my last action to just slide back down. Be like, all right, up on the rock is bad. Alex, talk to her, please. I would hate to have this get messy.
Yeah, you and me both.
Ooh, nice sound effect.
Thank you. Just need to lessen
Hey,
the
that's-
amount. There we go.
Yeah, I was
that's
gonna
my
say.
turn.
It looked like a blizzard at first.
Yeah.
Well, technically it is a blizzard, but you know what? If you actually have it with the right background, it does look like a sandstorm.
Oh yeah.
All right. Agnes.
Okay, so I'll just double check this spell here a second. It doesn't say anything about the state the character
Mm-hmm.
needs to be in beforehand. So she's going to oh gosh, step out. And she's going to
no.
cast the spell suggestion, but at the same time she's obviously going to say something. I'm just going to cast a spell. So she's going to be, hello, dearie. You know what? You've got every right to be very angry, but I'd really rather not die today, and I've got nothing against you, and I'd rather not fight you. Could you just calm down just a little bit and let Alexander at least try to explain himself before we come to blows?
All right. Throw out the will save.
See, I feel like if Patrick had asked her to calm down, that would have pissed her off even more. But let's hope there's a little bonus because it's a woman asking another woman to calm down.
This is why Patrick did not say anything.
All right.
So on a failure, the target immediately follows your suggestion and has a duration of 1 minute. And as long as it's not like self-destructive or, I'm not asking her to throw herself off a cliff or anything like that. Yeah.
All right. She has calmed down a little bit. So you watch as the fire from her hair seems to be less furious, but, you believe it worked somewhat. All right. Next up, the fire giant. She says, "Why should I let that coward..." No, wait, what did you say? You just said told her to calm down, didn't you? You didn't tell her to let Alex live or anything.
Yeah, I said to calm down. I said to calm down and let Alexander try and explain himself. That's what she said.
Yeah. She
But
says,
I didn't say let him live or anything, though.
Okay, yeah. So she says, "You have 10 seconds. Probably closer to 6. I will hear what you have to say. But there is nothing you could say that is going to repay for the pain and embarrassment you have caused me." Alex?
Oh boy. So he'll step out, get a little, you know what? That's about as close as he'll get.
Mm-hmm.
And, he's going to have his arms out, no weapon drawn, because he wants, and, he'll explain to her what happened through his eyes.
She says, "I know what happened. Your friend deflowered my sister, ran from the kingdoms, and you then ran in pursuit. Rather than staying with me and fulfilling your vows, you decided to cast away everything we built together.
Look,
Well,
look,
I
was
couldn't run.
scared.
Scared. Scared. You who had faced down a fire giant and asked her out. Do you remember how we met?
Yeah, we met in a very similar way,
And
just like this.
We now go back to a flashback.
I think Agnes just leans over to Patrick. Oh no, she's kind of away. That sometimes it doesn't matter. But they're having a conversation. She'll whisper over, "My sister sounds like a wee bit of a hussy."
Look, I don't judge what people get off on. It's so varied. You gotta let them be who they're gonna be.
Look, it just happened to be that Alexander's type is a 20-foot tall woman that could just lift him up with a single arm.
Oh yeah, no, look, some folk, they like the thick girl. Now, we come to a caravan. Alexander, you are on a guard duty along with a few others. A battle has ensued against a small group of 3 fire giants who are currently basically robbing the cart. Whole. They literally have the cart under one arm, and they're making a break for it. 2 of the fire giants have stayed behind to fight, and you can see that one is Brunhilde. You and Carl are fighting her, while the others are taking care of a second, her sister, Sigurd. What do you do as you come square to square with this giant?
Alexander looks over to Kyle and gives a nod. You ready?
I mean, yeah, as much as I'm ever gonna be. All right, let's do this. He pulls out.
Hell yeah!
He aims his sword forward and charges. It does not take long before, as he steps in, a giant boot kicks Carl to one side, sending him flying backwards. Thankfully, he doesn't land anywhere, and the shield that he's holding takes the brunt of the blow.
You good?
Yeah, I'm good. What do you do? Oh, are you paying attention to Carl?
Yeah.
All right. Well, Brunhild then reaches down to try and grab hold of you.
Oh shit.
This large, meaty hand comes down. And that is a 40 versus your fortitude defense.
Oh yeah, that's my max is mine's 36.
Yeah.
Looking at 20.
Oh yeah,
So-
reaches down and grabs hold of you. As she lifts you up, she begins to squeeze you in her hands.
Alexander just screams in pain.
As she holds you in her arm, in her hands, she looks down at you, and she says, "Any last words, puny man?"
Yeah. How about a howling blizzard? As he casts howling blizzard in her hand.
Being restrained, make a concentration check. Also, just so you know, Marcus, you're being set up for a particular type of plot. If we go into battle, I will kill you in a flashback.
We're already in a battle. That's
You're in a flashback from how you first fell in love and met this woman. I mean, you could try and kill her if you want.
well, no, that wasn't the idea.
But you want to cast Howling Blizzard in her palm.
Okay, it was.
No, I'm
clearly
listening.
you
No,
have a
please, no.
no. Clearly, you have a very different vision of how I was picturing this, because I was picturing it a back to back, them fighting each other, and that's how it happened.
Oh yeah, no, but why would you suddenly be fighting back to back with a fire giant?
No, that not what I meant. Not literally back to back, as in like she hits him, he hits her. They're
and forth.
literally fighting.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sure. I'm happy for it. I'm happy for it.
Like enemies to lovers type deal. That's what I was picturing.
Oh, okay,
going
okay.
on.
Sure. I mean, I guess. Yeah, yeah, you do. I mean, just as long as we're on the same page with it. All right. You cast Howling Blizzard at your fire giant captive. As the fire blisters out from the cold, she drops you down and takes forth her great sword, swinging it at you with an incredible amount of strength. As she definitely will hit you, sending you flying backwards. Carl happens to be right behind you, catching you and rolling on the ground. Once again, taking another big hit, he looks at you and goes, Okay, uncle.
You know, if this were a different situation, Alexander kind of takes a look at her. I don't know if she can hear him, but he goes, I'd say she's kind of cute, don't you think?
The fuck are you talking about? As
I'm just saying.
you watch as the fire giant, she kind of like seems a bit flustered as she looks at you, and she then shakes her head, and the song and the dance of death begins with blows being exchanged back and forth. Carl doing his best to keep you healed, while at the same time soaking a couple of the blows. Eventually, Sigurd, who has dispatched the others, is so confused about what is happening. She turns and says, Brunhild, just kill him already! Before she stops and says, I don't think I can. And your eyes meet. Returning back to the scene of battle, where she stands over you, much like when you'd first met. She looks at you and says, "This would have never happened if I knew what a coward you were back then."
That was then. I've changed since then. You have no idea how much I've regretted running away.
You're right. I have no idea. Because I would never have run away. That is not in a fire giant's nature.
Well, we both know I'm not a fire giant. Unfortunately, it is human nature to run out of fear.
Well then. Maybe at least you can die with some semblance of dignity. And she begins to ignite her blade.
You don't have to do this.
She's listening.
Well, we can start over, Brune, the two of us, again.
Okay. Make a diplomacy check, I guess.
Will it even matter?
I mean, look, you chose this angle. I didn't.
All right, I'm just double checking. I'm grabbing the right one. Yeah, I am. No, yeah, nope.
All
I'm gonna
right.
hero point that. Nope.
Oh, sure, yeah.
I'm not gonna. Yeah, okay.
It was meant to be. It was meant to be. This is just meant to happen. She looks at you, and as she raises her sword, she says, "It was never meant to be like this. Goodbye, my love." And she swings down it at Alexander. Oh, damn!
Oh, fuck.
This is no good.
Oh.
Well, Alexander, it's
Can
been nice knowing you.
Question.
Yeah, I'm listening.
How much? Oh wait, no, never mind. That's just straight up a critical. I was gonna say, yeah.
What?
Is it-
28 damage? Is that all?
I do have 5 fire resist.
I'm gonna use a jinx point, and I'm gonna re-roll that.
Oh, okay.
I just feel like I can do better. I feel like I've let people down here.
Now watch as he rolls all 6s across the board.
Yeah, much better. All right, 37 points of damage. All right. But that was the first hit on a crit. Give us a number between 1 to 5.
5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. You are enfeebled and clumsy as you are struck hard.
Fun.
Second attack.
Again?
Shit. All right. That is 33 points of damage. And
Hell hath no fury. Hell hath no fury.
hell hath no fucking fury. All right, now I will bear in mind, if this third attack is also a natural 20,
I will cry.
That is no, that's an instant kill. That's 3
Yes,
20s
I
in a
know.
row.
I will still cry.
All right, here we go. The third and final attack. Oh, fuck. Okay, it's a critical miss, but I'm going to cheat and use that with my nat 20. As the third blow comes down on Alex.
Yeah, I will hero point to stay alive. At what?
Sure. Okay. You're still alive for now. As Brunhild hits you that third time, you don't go down. Which means I guess we're back in combat. I will posit you a better option if you would like. If you go down now and use your hero point to stabilize after you're unconscious, it's gonna save you from being clobbered until you're dead.
Yeah, okay, I'll do that then.
Okay. So, this hit will knock you down. In that last hit, here's a question. Do you struggle, or do you seem like you're, like, kind of, like, fighting against this?
I really don't know. Because, like...
Or are you just sort of accepting the responsibility? When you say, I'm a different person, I'm not that person anymore. Very important.
I think taking responsibility for his wrongdoing is, especially considering that he still has very heavy feelings for her, he would still take the blows.
All right, done and done. So, as she lands that last hit, you can see there's almost like a look of regret over her as you fall to the ground and are unconscious. She then immediately takes her ring from her finger and casts it down at your feet. It's basically like a wedding band. This, because of its sheer size, is effectively a belt, which is a belt of the 5 kings, except flavored to be based on fire giants. So it's based off that. I will put that there. Which is the first piece of your set.
Second
piece
my
of your
first
set.
piece, yeah, my first piece was the greater devil mask.
Nice. Yeah. So yeah, this is the second piece.
Sweet. Throwing that in there.
She looks to Agnes. And she says, I heard him out. And he is disappointing. Do not let another shape your worth, because all it will do is limit how powerful you are. Goodbye, Alexander. And she turns, and as she leaves, several tears fall from her eyes, and you watch as fire giant rubies fall to the ground. This happens when fire giant tears mix with sand to make glass. It's not a real ruby, but they are very precious gems and alchemical reagents. Patrick, if you use one of these as a reagent in your spell, it doubles fire damage. And Brunhild returns back to the mountains, back to her life, having slayed Alexander. But as you see Brunhild leave, Agnes, you notice that before she left, she turned and looked and noticed that Alexander was breathing and had a very soft but almost invisible smile before she left.
Nice.
All right.
Still not saying anything.
So once she's out of sight, I presume you rush over and drag him out of the sandstorm and back over to the rock?
Jeez. Well,
Done. Good. Excellent.
She'll try. She's not very strong.
Yeah, Patrick will help, of course. And I'll also collect however many of those fire giant tears you happen to find.
Actually, you know what? Chat, roll me a d6. We'll go with the average from chat. So exclamation d6 in chat, and that is how many tears Patrick finds. Alexander, after a short interlude, you are brought back, and you come to very grievously wounded, and kind of back pressed up against the rock here.
Does it look
I
bad?
guess.
Yes, but there's nothing we can do about your face. I'm sorry.
I mean, it looks
I've
like
seen
you got-
worse. To be honest,
You kind
I've
of-
seen worse. Well, she puts her
I
hand
was
on your
expecting-
forehead and it gives
I
you a
was
heel.
expecting you to be I was expecting you to be a little more flattened after that and crispier.
Oh, right. Sorry, I did forget to mention he did also have 4d6 persistent fire damage around. So, Agnes, you would have needed to have put that out.
I feel like my insides
Okay.
have been cooked.
Insides, outsides.
Well, that
So-
was eventful.
Well, at least I don't think we'll be seeing her again.
And Agnes goes, "No, I don't think we will."
Note to self, return of Brunhilde.
Alexander, I would assume Agnes grabbed the belt too.
Oh, no, it's buried under
belt?
sand. It's gone now. No, I'm joking. Yes, yeah.
Alexander looks at it and again lowers his head.
Patrick's gonna put his hand on his shoulder and be like, "Listen, I understand. I've done my best to just avoid relationships entirely. They get in the way of studying and all that sort of thing. And still, I had someone I thought was just a friend come after me, yell at me for not, I don't know, saving her from an arranged marriage, and now there's assassins after me. So, actually, I think it's worked out a little better for you."
And now you've got like a shared comrade. He's like, ugh, dude, arranged marriages, they're the worst, right?
Wait.
I married for love.
Wait, now, show of hands, does anybody else have any crazy exes that we may have to deal with in the future?
I mean, you know,
Patrick's
Patrick's like-
just the warrior. Alexander just like turns his head.
Yeah, the barbarian, the Skull Clan barbarian basically says, yes. My ex,
Okay.
she was
Nice.
crazy.
Okay.
Crazier than that?
Mm.
Ow.
Oh, yeah. How?
I mean,
No, I said ow.
Oh, yeah.
yeah. I mean, Alexander, tracking you down in the middle of the desert, yeah, maybe a little obsessive, but you kind of did have it coming just a little bit.
Yeah, I'm aware.
Well, all right. Well, I guess we're back to waiting out the sandstorm. Now that's the only one, right? And yours, is she gonna track us down in the desert, or
No, she is not going to track us down. We are going to see her.
oh,
Oh,
all right.
fuck me.
We fast forward now a good few hours as you continue to travel. Eventually, crossing the Cinderlands, our heroes make it closer to the area where the kind of in the rough vicinity of where you were when the Thrall Keeper trial was being held.
Mm-hmm.
A patrol gathers around you as you suddenly hear the sounds of the Shawanti gathering up. Woo! Woo! Several female Shawanti archers leap out from around you. Hold! State your business.
The Moon Temple was, or what was it again? I forgot.
You are here for for the trials in order to be have your status as Tashmek removed. You wish to be part of the clans and have been sent by Thousand Bones of the Skull Clan.
That in Shwanti.
Good. She she looks at you discerningly, and eventually her gaze rests upon the NPC traveling with you. Shadfa. Nakira. Believe me, if the choice was mine, I wouldn't be here either. You got a lot of nerve. But then again, you always did. Is this true, what the Tashmek says? They are undergoing the trials. Yes, they are. I am simply here to bear witness. Well, the Moon Shaman will not be able to aid in your trials. What do you mean? What has become of the shaman? The Lyrian Kwa has been routed. You must speak with Tekrai.
In
Nakima
the background, there's just a sound of Agnes whispering this as she translates it for Padraig and Alexander.
She guides you towards what looks to be a large temple of Desna that is long since been abandoned, almost completely swallowed by the sands itself. On the outskirts, a small contingent of moon maidens gather. As you arrive, they seem confused as to why their god is escorting people here. A woman steps up and says, Nakima, what are you doing? You are supposed to be keeping people away from here. Tekarai. She then looks at Shadfa and says, Oh, Nakima. It's not like this. These outsiders, the Tashmek, they are undergoing the trials. Maybe they can... She raises her hand. And she speaks in common at this point. I am Tekrakai. The Moon Maidens are those who protect the shaman. Her pilgrimage across these lands is well known. the goddess Desna. And the Song of Spheres is one of the many places that she goes. We, as the Moon Maidens, are not permitted within the temple. But something has gone terribly wrong. There was the sounds of a commotion. And we have not been able to enter. The shaman is within, and we fear that maybe the worst has come to pass. She has not stepped out in some time. It is not uncommon for her to be lost in meditative trances. But if you, Tashmek, truly want to join the clan and be a part of us, then I humbly ask for you to enter the temple and see if the shaman is safe. I am sure she will provide you with whatever trial you would need in order to be accepted by the clans.
Agnes will say, continuing on in common, Desna and I were, well, close once, and lately I've been trying to rekindle that. So yes, we will help your shaman if we can.
She breathes a sigh of relief. Thank you. Thank you. As she begins to head forward, you hear them whispering something in Shoanti. Surely you don't mean to send these people against the Red Devil. We will do whatever we can to save the shaman. I'm sure they will be fine. If they cannot at least handle this, then they are not worthy of the clan's honor.
Are they speaking in common or
No,
back to
Shoanti. Yeah, they're back to Shoanti. So Agnes,
This is Agnes.
yeah, Agnes kind of hears
Yeah,
this.
yeah, I think Agnes will just say in Shwanti herself, and I will do everything.
Keeping in mind,
see my goal.
They are whispering this. So they are intentionally trying to talk among themselves.
Yeah, she
Okay.
knows. But
Okay.
she'll still
It's
just
like, yeah, I can hear you, by the way.
yeah, pretty much.
Yes.
She just says, and we are prepared to do whatever it takes to succeed in our goal. And then that's it. She'll just continue walking. It's like she's not asking for a response, just.
All right. You were all led.
Kind of letting them know she heard about the Red Devil and is still going in anyway, if that makes sense as well.
Yeah. I mean, like, again, they are accepting of this.
What were they whispering about, Agnes?
A Red Devil.
I wonder if they're talking a literal or metaphorical.
No
Would
idea.
Would I know any rumors or legends or anything about Shwanti and a Red Devil?
Sadly not. Unfortunately, none of you have heard of this Red Devil. I mean, you could probably presume some kind of actual devil.
I was just gonna ask if with Alexander's understanding of devils with my hell lore, if I would know anything of any devil specifically called the Red Devil.
No, there is no such. And most devils are red or orange in some kind of...
Well, yeah.
Yeah. If it was blue, you might know it's a chitin, but no. Red devils are so non-specific.
Great.
I was going to go with my dubious knowledge, which is if I make a knowledge check, I might learn something. But who knows if it's right?
Yeah. I'm going to go with more there is no knowledge check to make here. It's like it's like you find something red and it's like, well, I'll use my knowledge check to see if I can ascertain it without having actually looked at it or know any details beyond the fact that it's red.
Right.
So yeah, it's it's simply you don't have the information to go on. Now, as previously mentioned, they lead you up to the entrance, but they stop about 100 foot away. This is as far as we go. Be careful inside. Again, we do not know what has transpired. We just hope that everything is safe for the shaman. The surrounding stones of the temple have been smoothed down by age and wind, but the shrine within seems unmarked. It is stark and unweathered, with a slightly reflective sheen as you enter this large building. Upon the roof, there is a moonless night, glimmering in lunar radiance on a 30-foot dome that opens above the center of this very well-decorated temple. The curving sides of the arch are framed by long peacock-like tail feathers of an immense star monarch carved into the building's facade. The wings unfurl to fan over two towers that rise up into the air, both with stairwells leading from the bottom to the top. This ancient structure seems to have worn the test of time, even if the desert does appear to be eating it. Agnes, you gain a strong sense of Desna in here.
Right, because I was good at one. I was just waiting for you to finish your description. But as we go through the entryway, Agnes would like to lay a hand on if there's a pillar or a door frame or whatever, the entranceway, and just say, not whisper, but just quietly, reverently or whatever. She'll say, Desna, I just ask for your perhaps protection or, well, whatever you can. I'm rusty at this, but I just ask for your guidance as we seek to find and deal with whoever it is that has defiled this ancient place of yours.
As you say this, you suddenly catch a scent, a whiff of death.
Oh.
Along the southwest wall, you see what appears to be bodies piled up, or should I say leftovers, each of them belonging to Varisian people, travelers who had come here in search of kind of like a pilgrimage. Their belongings, their lives scattered, body parts everywhere, chewed on and gnawed, bones barely left behind. Too few corpses to make an identifying mark as to who is who or what is what, but way too many to simply be one person.
Agnes throws up. There's a tense around, and yep.
Oh. Are you all right?
Yes, I throw up for joy.
It's a natural response.
I know. Just.
I think Agnes just kind of waves her hand behind her, the pile of bodies, and just goes, "Motherfucker, can I be all right?" And then throws up again.
Hug my scarf up over my mouth and block out some of the smell. Help!
Those are my people.
I'm sorry, Agnes. Can I get a sense of how fresh they are?
Some of the bits are pretty fresh.
And some are how old?
Probably days.
Okay, so nothing indicating years of this going on, or just haven't gotten to that bit yet. Yeah. But so after inspecting, this is recent, and we should definitely be on our guard. And Patrick will make sure his gun is out.
All right. With your gun out, you begin to scour the roofs and around you.
He's actually going to bring out his pepper box, because the mention of devil could be literal. I don't want the potential holy damage from that.
Sure. At this point in time, you hear something moving towards you. A creature begins to move in the dark and steps into the light, illuminated from the doorway. What looks to be kind of a gorilla with little devil-like wings and vicious claws begins to move its way towards you.
Am I right to assume that's not actually a devil?
That is a good assessment. It is not a devil. It begins to step forward before rising up on 2 feet and banging on its chest.
Well, on the bright side, you guys, it's not a devil.
All right, and we're going to go into initiative.
I'm not sure how bright a side that is.
Oh, I was gonna say, there's also that's also the downside.
Yeah.
All right.
Whatever it is, I'd like it to not eat me.
Patrick, you're up first, followed by Agnes, then Alexander, and then the Red Reaver, as this creature is known.
All right. Well, with the amount of bodies in here and the display it's just given, I am definitely assuming it's not a friendly let's talk this thing. So this is going to be just a question of, even though it's red, fire's always a good start. So I'm going to whisper to my gun, fire, and my first shot on my pepper box, I will try and hit this guy with some fire.
Oh, whoops. Actually, sorry. Give me 2 seconds. I need to change something up real quick. But yeah, sorry. I do need to change some things. Bear with me.
Okay.
I'll wait till.
Aha, there you are. That's not you, is it? No, it's not. Okay. Pardon me. Dang it, it's got a different name. All right. Talk among yourselves. I'll be right back. Yeah.
Okay. So I'm basically gonna copy you, Patrick, when he gets back.
Okay.
Because I have Shadow Projectile, which is the reaction spell that lets me do it as you're doing it to confuse it, which will give you
that's
a
pretty good thing.
Yeah, it'll give you a. It'll make you flat. It'll make the target flat-footed against your attack. And if it fails, it takes full damage from mine, and it's still flat-footed against you.
Oh. No, no.
Only problem is that
he's looking at physical books.
Only problem is that it's immune to shadow projectile for an hour, so I can only use it once.
Yep.
But hey, that if it fails, it's saved. That's 3d8 mental damage plus
There we go.
being flat-footed.
Nice.
So 3d8 mental on top of your damage. I have to be careful in this fight. I'm on 1.
Oh,
You
sorry.
gotta
Actually,
heal.
before we get off, you guys can heal up a little bit if you would like. There was plenty of time to do that. If Agnes wanted to spend some healing before we get into it.
Yeah, I saw Agnes did at least 45 healing before.
Oh, did
So.
she? Oh, there it is. I didn't even see it. 45, that, and my wounds are at 4. Oh, wait, no, I'm not on 1. Oh, wait, yes, I am on 1. So, yeah, I'm at 45. Never mind. I'm just an idiot.
Okay.
I'm at 44.
Yeah. So, if anyone wants...
Yeah, but I can do one more, yeah. Hang on, give us a second. I can
That's
do the boop one.
Alright, by the way, if anyone wants to know what I'm doing, one of the things about Pathfinder 1st Edition to Pathfinder 2nd Edition is they renamed a few of the monsters. So the monster that's here, I've still got listed as my 1st Edition one, but I know it's in 2nd Edition, but I just haven't... I don't know if they've renamed it, but the entry that I've got up there is not the one I wanted, so...
What was it?
The creature, it's called a Red Reaver.
I'm sure Archives of Nethys still has its original.
No, it's fine. I got it. Oh, I got a makeshift thing for it anyway.
Oh boy.
All right.
Oh shit, no, never mind. Demons don't come from hell, so my hell lore, or I'm assuming it's a demon, so hell lore probably wouldn't help.
No.
It's either it's a demon or a daemon, and I don't really want to fight either, to be honest.
Okay.
Demons are just background processes on servers, computers.
All right, done and done. I don't need those. Cool. Don't need that. All right. All right, done and done. Cool. All right.
Oh god, it's moving faster.
All right. Cool. Oh yeah, I should actually be back here. Okay.
No, I'm talking about in the combat tracker, it just jumped up. It was all of us before it.
Yes. That was because it didn't apply its bonuses and stuff because half of the stats were missing. So now it is Patrick, then the creature, then Agnes, then Alexander. So, Patrick, you are up first.
Okay, well, I'm going to do the same thing that I was going to do and shoot it with, fulminating shot, fire for the first action. Second action is going to be to shoot it.
And then right before he does that, I will use my reaction spell, Shadow Projectile. So
Sorry. When do you do that one?
It is the trigger is right as an ally within 20 feet of me makes a ranged attack roll. And so it makes a save. If it fails or even if it passes, it takes half damage, and it's flat-footed against a triggering attack. If it fails, it'll take full damage and is flat-footed.
All right, done and done. You have caught the creature off guard as you fire.
Oh, shit. I accidentally,
but it makes
it
its
off
saving
before.
throw.
Alright, it's still flat-footed, and it takes half damage. So
All right.
Take... Damn.
It
Still
takes...
takes...
Oh,
10.
yep, it takes 10 damage.
And
Okay.
flat-footed, so Patrick gets a little bit easier to hit.
All right, let's do it.
Oh, I rolled a. Okay, so should I re-roll it? Because I had rolled already and hit him.
I mean, you're still gonna hit him. You don't need a reroll. Actually, what was your to hit? 30? No. 29.
I rolled a 29.
So its AC is 29. So
Okay.
it wouldn't have made a difference.
Okay. All right, so still hit, and we'll drop some damage on it.
All right, your bullets from your scattergun fire outwards and deal no damage.
Awesome. That's fantastic. Well, I'm going to shoot him again anyway.
Did it resist the piercing or the bludgeoning or both?
All of the above.
Oh.
Okay, and is
Is this magical?
This is magical.
Then it
it's
should.
also got.
Okay, I think it just needs to be magical in the stats. All right, that's fine. You actually do 5 points of damage.
Okay, and it's got holy damage as well. So I don't know if it's unholy or not.
It is not unholy, no.
Okay, didn't think so. All right. Well, that did look much less than I thought it was going to do, but I'll take a second shot.
All right, let's do it. Your second shot. The second shot misses, or should I say it hits its thick armored plated hide. Despite the fact that it looks kind of bright crimson red, the flesh itself is not bloody or musculature, but a thick, very, very highly condensed series of bone, sinew, and leather that create its hard hide that is difficult to pierce through.
Awesome. All right, that's all I got.
All right, the large gorilla pounds its chest and charges. Now, it has an ability called Bloody Charge, which means it gets to move at double its speed and make an attack. And it ignores difficult terrain and reactions. So if anyone had a reaction, you do not get one. It is going to use a claw to clobber Padrig, which will hit you with...
That's a hit.
22 points of damage, as it then instigates a grapple. Much like a regular gorilla, once he's grabbed you and slams you down, he is going to do it again. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Oh, and we'll miss. Dang. Yeah, I'll leave that as a miss. But yeah, so basically he's grabbed onto you and is basically just using you like a club and slamming you against the ground. But that is all he
I've seen
does.
This is a movie somewhere.
Puny god. Agnes, you're up next. As the Red Reaver is now a little close for comfort. This is the creature that killed so many of the Varisian pioneers and peaceful folk who came up here.
Indeed it is. So Agnes is going to just step back slightly, because why not? And then she's going to cast a cantrip, but she's going to spend a focus point to amp it.
Okay.
And she casts Daze on the creature. Works, it's a will save. So it succeeded, so I think it should just take half damage. Let's just make sure it does.
All right.
With that half?
That
Yeah,
that halved.
yeah.
All right. As you blast out your spell, the mental damage begins to impact it. You watch as the 6 eyes that line the sides of its face blink in different successions as it tries to shake off this feeling. It seems like your mental damage is quite effective.
Well,
Alright.
I used mental. It was super effective.
Indeed. Okay. Then we go to Alex.
Well, I don't think not a lot of my spells will be useful here. So I suppose Alexander will begin his chanting and cast Summon Elemental. And I will choose a Rack Attack.
A rack attack?
Yes.
Okay.
And I will summon it directly behind him.
I don't know what rack attack is, so you're going to have to be a lot more clear on what you are doing.
Okay, a Rack Attack is a fire elemental that is a pulsating sack of organs and tumors.
Mm-hmm. Again,
Yeah,
that describes nothing apart from the fact that you've summoned a barbecue.
Oh, well, I mean, I'm summoning it to
No,
attack the thing.
Okay. What does the spell say?
It's Summon Elemental.
Oh, it's a summon
It
elemental
is.
spell. Oh, you're summoning
That's
an
what I
elemental.
said.
No, you
I
said
said that.
you said you're summoning organs that are on fire. Which
Yeah,
does
I said
which does
I
what?
said I'm gonna cast Summon Elemental.
Right. And what's
And I said the elemental I choose is the Rack Attack.
again, that means nothing to me. What is the rack attack?
I just described it.
What, where is it from? What is the thing? What is like? Is it from?
It's a 5th level elemental from Rage of Elementals.
Right. Okay. Cool. See, again, like I said, keeping in mind that I am not a person who has memorized to an encyclopedic level these
Okay,
spells
I didn't
and abilities.
understand that that's what you were asking.
Well, yeah, because you're literally saying rack, like as in a rack of lamb, or are we talking about
No,
like a clothing
it's-
rack, or are we talking about to be racked in pain?
I could be pronouncing it wrong, but it's spelled Rakkattak.
Rakk.
Attak.
Rakata.
See, there's no pronunciation on Archives of Nethys, so I thought it was called Rack Attack.
Yeah, that probably wouldn't be it. And especially because attack is also not the thing, because the creature... God damn it. Communication.
I'm reading it.
You know, we are playing a game about imagination. It's weird how important things like words happen to be, you know.
Right. Well, see, because it is spelled rack-katak.
No. That's not. No.
Yes. I will put it in
I put the link
Twitch
in the Zoom
there.
chat.
See, tell me that does not spell rack-katak.
It doesn't, because katak would require 2 T's. All right, let me have a look. I'm just doing this out of curiosity at this point.
It is a horrifying fire elemental that should not be a fire elemental, in my opinion.
Sure. All right. Now that I know how to spell it. Now, do you actually summon one of these things?
Yes, through summon elemental.
All right. Yeah, that'd be Rakatak.
Okay, so I was close enough.
You were close. You were close. You also forgot when you were spelling it to have the K at the end, but yes. And you're going to summon this behind it. Now, for the audience
Yes.
members who are as confused as I am, which I do notice that there are a few, this is the creature. Pulsating organs and tumors squirm loosely within a sack of skin, forming a misshapen lump that is the body of the Rakata. The predator's eyes scan the area with the shimmering in the smoke like glowing dots that wriggle around upon insectoid legs, varying in number from one to another. They hang from its bulbous body, flailing chaotically as it fights, only calming when it is time to either eat or rest. Most fly alone, picking off meals by suddenly swooping in, and occasionally form flocks in which they attack in. Despite having little facility for communication with other creatures, Rakataks have a certain ravenous genius for hunting with its kin. Typically, one grabs prey while the others swoop and latch on, ingesting their meals with their leech-like mouths. So there you go. We all learned something today.
Yeah. It is a horrifying, quote-unquote, elemental.
Yes. Now, I will also point this out. This is just in general, and only because I'm, like, frustrated at this, is that I normally do say that if people are playing summoned characters or druids or anything like that, their characters should be presently minded of whatever it is they summon or whatever it is they transform into. If there is reason or scope for that person or that character to have never encountered one of these things, they simply wouldn't be aware of its existence to be able to summon or create it. I'm not applying that now because that is not something I discussed with Marcus, but I will point out it is for this exact reason that I have that rule, in which it's like, where is this thing even from? What the hell is this? And these are actually creatures that are actually from the elemental plane of fire specifically, and Ashen Wastelands. So yeah, anyway, there you go. Dag Brains. So, with how many actions does it take to summon? 2? 3?
3.
3. All right. The creature is summoned, which means it is now on the board. It is now friendly towards you guys, and its automatic action is to try and defend you. It's quite clear that this other creature is an enemy, so it is going to use its actions this round to simply attack. And will miss both attacks. Done. Next, after that is back to Patrick.
Get off mute. So I am grappled. This thing's still holding on to me. Can I try and, like, it's still got one bullet chambered. Can I try and shoot his hand to get him to let me go?
I will allow you to use it as a chosen crit. So if you land a critical hit, it will force it to drop whatever it's holding.
Okay. And we're gonna try some frost this time then. So, fulminating shot.
All right.
Strike. And let's see what we get.
All right. A hit. So you will shoot it, but unfortunately not. You know, you can't. It's like hard to kind of hit that right spot. You kind of hit it on the arm,
Yep.
but it still kind of clutches you in its grip.
Okay. Now, is there something I need to do to make sure that this is recognized as magic?
Yeah. Just make sure that in your
Damage.
damage types that it says magic as well.
Okay, so piercing, bludgeoning. Oh, actually, the piercing and the bludgeoning, I don't know. I mean, the gun's got runes on it, so that makes it, with the striking rune and +1, that would make it a magical weapon and magical damage for that purpose, right?
Yes.
Okay. So the type should be piercing, bludgeoning, magic. Got it.
And you get it off guard because
Mm-hmm. It is still off guard.
Let's
see if this works. Let's drag from the right one.
No, it still has done that thing again. All right, that's fine. You do 11 points of damage.
Okay.
All right.
Maybe in the damage type or in the traits, maybe.
Maybe in the traits.
All right. Okay.
All right. But that is your first shot. Anything else? You do have 2 more actions?
So.
Oh,
no,
fulminating shot. Yeah.
Yeah, so that was 2 actions, so I'll just do a reload, and while I'm doing a reload, I'll do my slinger's reload, and is there any sort of knowledge check I can do to maybe learn something about this that might give me an advantage?
Knowledge nature.
Nature. All right. Trained in that, but that is a 21.
Yeah, 21 will give you some stuff. All right. With a 21, what you would know is these creatures are known as Red Reavers. Red Reavers are territorial, slow-witted, dangerous creatures with their violent forces of nature, often seen as nature itself being kind of angry at something and attacking, but that is furthest from the truth. They don't seek out fights and are rarely aggressive unless provoked, but entirely based upon its territory. It loses any kind of sense and does not interpret other people's actions other than approaching it means that you are threatening or challenging it. So the fact is this one has likely claimed the temple as its new home, and it is just automatically territorial. It has a devastating roar that can leave people deafened and afraid. It also is very easily distracted by creatures that it deems as beautiful. So they're fans of things like music and dancing and songs and stuff. And you can actually use a performance check to actually fascinate these creatures pretty easily.
I will yell to impart that to Agnes in particularly. Agnes, do you know any dances? You can distract these things really easily.
It's the fan dance.
Right.
All right.
I think Agnes just looks at you with a raised eyebrow, like, what? Why has the heat's got to him?
I mean, maybe. All right. Now that it has grappled you, it gets a +4 to its damage when it hits you. So, it is going to clobber Padrig, because Padrig is in its arms. All right. First hit is going to hit Padrig for 22 damage. Beating on his chest, he does it again. And will miss. And with his third action, we'll try one last time. Whew, and will not do it. All right, which is really good because he's actually got rend, so it automatically does extra damage if he lands 2 of the claws. So he just... As we then go to Agnes. Is Tato in chat? Tato! 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 Love you, Tato!
It is indeed a Tato. Hey.
Oh, Marcus, you do have an sorry, I did fail to notice. You do have a inspiration bonus. Oh no, it wasn't an inspiration, it was an insight bonus from Christina.
Okay. Oh, neat.
All right.
Well, that'll come in handy on my next turn.
Mm. All right, Agnes.
Well, I think as judging what he's saying, Agnes she's not really in the mood for dancing right now, to be honest with you.
Really don't feel like dancing on the corpse of my friends, you know?
Just don't feel like dancing. Anyway.
Or it's like, you know, it's not this, you know, there's like 10-year-olds that are like in dance recitals and they're just crying. It's just, yeah.
So she's just gonna do the same thing again since it seemed to have, you know, an effect last time. So she's once more gonna spend another focus point. Because I has many. Because I built it, I have many. Well, 3.
Okay.
But you know. So here we go again. She's gonna throw out, you know, oh, hang on. Let's get rid of that off my screen. It's kind of taking up the whole screen. Swoosh!
Okay.
Succeeded, so it takes half damage again, hopefully.
He does take half damage. More mental damage. 20 points of damage as the gorilla
That's
again.
not half, it should be 15. Oh, unless it's got a...
It's got a thing.
Ah, okay.
All right. You do have one last action if you want to use it.
It's got had to grapple.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And no, I can't. None of my heal with only one action. So no, I think with my last action, I might just see it needs clear a little distance.
All right. Done and done, which brings us back to Alex.
Okay. I will first cast Sure Strike, which lets me roll with advantage for my next attack roll before the end of my turn. And it ignores circumstance penalties to attack roll in any flat check required due to the target being concealed or hidden, but it's not either of those.
Mm-hmm.
So I will do that. Then for action number 2,
Mm-hmm.
What?
No, yeah. Mm, I'm not. Yep.
Oh, I grabbed the wrong one. Oh fuck. Actually, I can't do that because it takes an action to move.
It does.
Shit. And I don't have can't really reach from that distance with my dagger.
No, you may not.
Does have the thrown property though. Screw it.
Mm-hmm.
I'll throw my dagger.
Sure. All right. Ranged attack as you take your dagger Throwing it.
Right. So that's, and then the advantaged one.
That is a critical miss on both because apparently you have a negative 86 to hit.
I was just about to say, why have you got
Wait,
negative
what?
86?
Why is okay? Let me retry that.
No, I feel like that's what you rolled though.
Yeah, I have no like. It says I have a plus 14.
Do you have anything
What?
on your bottom left-hand side that is giving you a negative 86?
No, it's at 0. Why am I? It's saying it's beyond max range. What?
Beyond max range of minus 100.
Oh my god,
That's the
because
problem
I
there.
didn't. Yeah, because my range on the dagger was blank for some reason.
Oh yeah, that'd definitely be it.
So what is a thrown 10 foot? Okay.
10 foot, yeah.
Let's try this again.
There you go.
All right.
It just equals pissed
Okay.
off dag somehow. Yeah, that's it.
So, all right. So it hit.
Yes, it does, because it's an advantage, so you take the higher of the values.
Yep.
Which is 29.
Right. So it'll take 2d4 plus 3 plus 1d6 sonic plus 1d6 spirit damage, as it is an astral thundering dagger.
Nice. It does 0 damage to it.
Why?
Because
It's a magical dagger.
Yeah, put magical in the traits.
It is.
Hold on, let me just check something here. All right, this creature has, let's see, resistance 20 to everything, save for magic, force, ghost, and positive. It resists 10 magic, force, ghost, positive.
Okay, so
So we're fucked.
I thought positive damage didn't exist anymore.
Oh well, it would be vitality. Sorry, it's the legacy stuff.
Okay, so
Yeah.
not spirit damage,
Yeah.
but vitality.
Yeah. So it looks as though what it's doing is it's negating all of the piercing damage, and then because you did less than 10 magic damage, that's negating that too. No, that's not right. Hold on. So that's 7. And then, so 7. So 7 damage, which is magic, so that's resisted 10. And then you've done 8 damage, which is thundering, which it's resisted 20. So it's negated.
5 sonic, then 5 spirit, or 3 spirit, but yeah.
Yeah. Cool. So no damage.
All right, then for my last action, I'll
If you want to give a command to the Ricotta, otherwise it's not going to do anything.
well, yeah, I have to use one action to, otherwise it gets dismissed.
Okay, done.
That's, yeah. So yeah, I'll do that.
All right. The Ricotta is going to attack twice. 1 hit will do nothing. 2 hits. Also do nothing. The Ricotta is sad.
You're doing great, buddy.
All right. Meanwhile, however, as the creature begins to look around, Patrick, you are in its clutches, being squeezed tightly.
Yeah, not happy about it.
We're trying, Patrick.
All right, you gonna try anything?
Yeah, I'm gonna try and get out of it. It's my turn now.
Mm-hmm. All right, athletics check. Target number is 31.
Yeah, that's fine.
Ricotta is super frustrated.
All right, so this would be under not acrobatics. athletics. And is there a specific one that I'm supposed to choose from this, or
Just
roll an athletics check?
Athletics grapple, like basically.
Okay.
Also, I think that's why it was negating all of your damage too, Patrick. I think it was resisting 20 to your fire and then 10 to your magic.
Gotcha. All
So,
right. So
Only Agnes can hurt this thing.
Yeah, Agnes is doing well. Agnes is just killing it.
All right. So I just roll this in the chat, right?
Yes. 19 is not going to cut it, unfortunately.
You know what? I got 3 hero points. Let me try it.
Give it another
That was a
crack.
Terrible roll. We'll give it another crack.
All right, let's do it. Oh,
Wow.
so close.
That's even worse. That's amazing. All right. God. Really don't want to be.
Hey, Rykon comes in with a divine intervention. Make that athletic roll again, please.
All right. Thank you, Rykon.
We miss you, Rykon.
I can't let him be barely cucked like that.
So you know what? Unfortunately, because it's divine intervention, technically it is not at advantage. So you do get the natural one, unfortunately.
That's amazing. Yeah.
All right,
Let's go with it.
give me a number between 1 to 5.
Let's go with number 1.
All right.
This is the perfect creature to kill the 3 of us.
Let's see. Stinging failure. Until you heal, you take a negative circumstance roll on your attack rolls.
Awesome. That's fantastic.
All right.
That's just what I needed.
You have 2 more
Um,
actions.
Yep. No, and see, I can't even do that because that was armor based, and that armor got destroyed. So I really don't have much else except trying to
Help me!
shoot him.
I mean, yeah.
So
I actually didn't realize how perfect this thing was to fighting you guys, more or less.
yep.
Yeah. It's a very strong creature against physical attacks. Magic attacks, it has almost no defense against. But physical attacks, oh yeah. Freaking.
Well, the only magic attacks that actually seem to hurt it is mental damage.
No. Not magic in the sense of, like, magic's, like, magic weapons. Magic is in the sense of, like, using spells and stuff like that. Which Agnes just happens to have all the cool stuff. So Agnes gets to step up and be like, oh yeah, this is for my friends. This is for attacking my caravans.
This is for that one guy named Todd.
So with quick draw, I can draw a weapon and attack in the same action. Does that count if I'm switching a weapon?
I will allow it, yes.
Okay. So the pepper box is not doing it. So I'm gonna instead shimmy my Giselle out and shoot it with a little more oomph.
All right, do it.
So fulminating shot and a shot. And let's try lightning this time. Oh, and I have a minus, right?
Minus
is that
2.
applied, or do I need to apply that, or is that already applied?
You'll need to apply it.
out there. -2.
All right, let's see it. That is a hit.
All right.
Ooh, but that is 5 damage.
Wow.
That is a lot resisted, though.
That really is.
All right. As your bullets seem to be ricocheting off its thick hide, Patrick contemplates several life choices. Now,
Yeah.
as Agnes watches their friends being slowly turned into pulp, the Red Reaver is going to try and finish off Patrick. With a slam with his first attack. A second slam with a second. And with that being the second of the claw attacks, that is free damage. That is just going to occur as it rends you apart as Patrick
yep.
falls unconscious.
That'll do it.
With the unconscious body knocking, with Patrick getting knocked unconscious, are you going to use a hero point? You do not have to. You can save it. As I was saying to Marcus earlier, you can save it for.
Yeah, I might do that. I think.
Okay.
Hopefully that it will drop me.
All right. Well,
Or
as
it
it
might try and
lifts,
bite my head off.
as it lifts your body upwards with its final action, it opens its jaw wide, and it is large enough to drop Patrick whole into its mouth. But as it's lowering Patrick to its doom, that is where we're going to end today's session.
Oh.
We went a little bit over time, just because it was fun. But yes, thank you everyone for coming and joining us today. I hope you had fun. Will Patrick return safe and sound, or will he be devoured by the giant jaws of death? Find out next week when we return. Guys, you're freaking amazing. You're freaking awesome.
Yeah, because the healer's also the person that can deal the damage, so now there's that
It's true,
eternal choice.
Isn't
But-
Alexander a wizard?
well, keeping in mind, also hopefully we have Dante, Quinn, and Holly back next week as well, so that'll help out a little bit too. Again, this creature is a difficult fight, and that is absolutely what it's conveying. It has made almost all of its attacks exclusively against one person, so having someone go down is not. It's not uncommon. It's also roughly half hit points, so. You guys are making some good headway with it. It's not like, it's so far gone from something you guys can handle. So you guys are doing good. You guys are doing great. All right. Let's see. Yes, for those of you who do not know, this is the last day for the Crit Awards nominations. So please, please, please go follow the form and fill those out, because that'll be amazing. We have so many friends of the channel, such as, it's Gina, Robert Hartley, Careful Cantrip, a few people who are up for nominations as well. So, hey, consider checking out their categories and giving them votes as well. Thank you to everyone for their donations, as well as the inspirations and the like. As far as insight bonuses go, Christina, thank you for the insight bonus, which gave us some insight into Alexander's backstory stuff, as well as the insight bonus we just got from. OG was the background stuff. Christina, your insight bonus was from the creature, learning a little bit more about it and giving Patrick a few more details. So thank you very much, guys. What else? We're going to be back Wednesday. Careful Cantrip. That's going to be amazing. Link is dead? What do you mean the link is dead? Oh, the link's closed already. It might be, actually. It might be that time. Oh, no. If you want to, please try the Crit Award website, where hopefully. There we go. I mean, maybe the nominations, the voting is closed. Let's see. I'm just following the link now. Oh, no, it is still there. Here we go. Boom. Done. There's the new link. All right. Well, again, thank you guys. We're going to go and raid now so that we can go and send you into the very, very loving and capable hands of one of our friends who is up and doing stuff. Scarlet is on their finale for their Out of the Abyss game, so we're going to go and raid our friend Scarlet. So, guys, once again, thank you for joining us. My name is Michael. I'm the Dead Aussie Gamer. This is my place. This is my face. You can find it here a number of times during the week. The next time you'll find it here on my channel will be on Wednesday evening for Reign of Winter. But until we meet again, as always, from us to you, be kind, stay safe, and as always, game hard or die trying. Bye, folks!
Good night.
Bye!